YouTube, what's up, guys? So today, I'm bringing back Infernobles. Today's video is going to be mainly focused on showing you guys the combo lines, and then like replays of how to play through hand traps, how to play going second, some of my thought process as I play this deck. I'm really excited to showcase this deck again, and like its viability in this format. So if you guys enjoy this content and are excited to see Sir Pack back in action, then please comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Your opinion on Infernobles. Are you glad to see this type of content again? Do you just hate this deck? Because I know some of you guys do. But without further ado, guys, we're going to start off with the first combo, which is basically just two warriors. Try to keep it simple for you guys. Make a Soul Day. Add Gearfried here. We're going to mill 2, summon Genba, so it's pretty standard. We're going to make a Roaradon, make 3 tokens. Now use the effect. Make Power Tool Dragon. We're going to guarantee the DDR here. To our hand. We're going to use Cold Wing and do something slightly different, which is we're going to tribute Cold Wing and Power Tool Dragon. The main reason we do this is so that we get to trigger Cold Wing even with the extra token. We make a second Power Tool here, which is the new combo. The second Power Tool allows us to get another DDR here, but I think I was supposed to get Durandal and mill like Phoenix Blade and the Living Fossil to guarantee DDR and Durandal because we have 3 and 3 of each. We make Draco Sack here, effect, make 2 tokens, and my goodness, yo, are you guys not excited to finally see Draco Sack back in the 2021 metagame, man? That's gonna be pretty sick. Anyways, we're gonna make Balmung, use Draco Sack's effect, tribute one of the tokens to pop Balmung. Balmung triggers to bring back Cold Wing effect to make 2 more tokens, which triggers Despot to come back. So we're gonna keep looping this. We're gonna use Shooting Riser effect to send the red layer, making it a level 2 tuner monster, making Colt Wing here, then making Charles. We're going to banish the Balmung and the red layer to get Phoenix Blade to our hand. We're going to summon back Balmung with the DDR, and on resolution, we trigger Charles to pop the Balmung. Balmung is not once per turn, which allows it to trigger again to summon Colt Wing. Colt Wing effect also is not once per turn, allowing us to constantly abuse this card. We make Herald here. We use Durandal to search us Renaud. We're going to special summon the Renaud and add back the DDR. We're going to use basically Colt Wing and Renaud. Renaud becomes the tuner when it's summoned from the hand. Colt Wing is a level 7 because you control a level 3 Mecha Phantom Beach, which boosts its level by 3 to make it 7. You make Savage Dragon there, and then after that, you're going to banish the Roland from your graveyard and Fire Flint Lady. You're going to DDR back the Roland, and then we're going to make a Synchro 8 and have Omega. So, you basically have 4 interruptions off of basically 1 card or like 2 cards into a warrior. If you open up like Connector, it would be 1 card, and you also rip a card out of their hand in the process. And you also get a guaranteed follow-up, 2 follow-ups, because Captain Roland will search you another Renaud, and you have Gearfried in the hand, which allows you to push for game on the next turn. And now we're going to show the second combo, which is how to play through Nibiru. So what I'm going to be showing you is what happens when you open a Neospace Connector plus a Tuner Extender. So when you open a Tuner Extender, you can basically start summoning the PK monsters. I play a very small PK package because I think it's really strong into letting you play through Nibiru. Like, for example, when you Dolphin and check their hand, you see you have the Nibrus. There's a ways you can play around it. This is one of the ways where you summon Torn Scales. You use Phoenix Blade, add it back, and then you're going to use Torn Scale to pitch the Phoenix Blade. You're going to send the Cloak. Cloak is going to hit you Boot. Boot summons itself from the hand. You're going to make Appaloosa here. So I'm going to show you what happens if you don't get Nib. And then I'm going to show what happens if you get Nib, because that would be exactly the 5th summon, which is the summon of Boots. Torn Scale is going to trigger when you banish Boots to search Shade. And then you're going to use Oliver effect to pitch the Gearfried that you search, mainly because you don't have enough warriors to banish off with Phoenix Blade. We're going to make Fibrax here and then overlay, go for the Auroradon route. And we're just going to combo under the Appaloosa line. And this is going to get us another guaranteed DDR. We're going to tribute 2, summon Coat Wing, and we're going to do the same thing where we keep 1 token on the field, triggering back the Despot, making another Power Tool Dragon. Coat Wing's a level 7 because you control a level 3 token. And then basically what you're going to do is overlay for Draco Sack. Draco Sack's going to make 2 more tokens, which summons back the Despot. You're going to make Balmung again, use Phoenix Blade effect. You're going to summon back the Oliver because that's like the tuner extender in the deck. You're going to make a Shooting Riser Dragon, effect to send a, you're going to send the red layer. You're going to use the effect of Draco Sack, tribute itself to pop the Balmung, which allows you to trigger Cold Wing again. Then you're going to make Captain Roland. You're going to use the Renaud. You're going to search Renaud with Durandal. Special it, add back DDR. You're gonna use a 1 and a 3 to make Arclight. You're gonna summon the Shade Brigandine and synchro it off with Captain Roland to make Charles. Banish to add back Phoenix Blade. Activate DDR to summon back to Captain Roland. Captain Roland plus a level 3 token, which makes you Savage. So you end on basically Appaloosa and then 3 interactions from the Savage, the Arclight, and the Charles, with basically a 2-card combo that also plays around Nibru. And I can actually show you some games where I played through the Nibru and like its application in practice. And now the next line is going to show you what happens if you get Nibru on the boot summon, because that's also very common, right? Like you basically are trying to force out the Nibru right then and there. So let's see what happens now. What if we do get nibbed? In fact, if we do get nib, it's actually you basically fill full combo, and I'll show you what I mean. So you do the whole line, and then you get nibbed right here after you summon boots. You get a token, and what you're gonna do here is gonna use Phoenix Blade effect. Use Oliver to pitch the Phoenix Blade, make Fibrax, and then after this, it's pretty much the same combo that I showed in the first combo. So it's gonna end on 4 interruptions, and they have only 4 cards in the hand because they would have they nibbed you. So yeah, this is pretty much gonna be the same combo. I'm just gonna skip through it so you guys can just see it in action again. Feel free to rewatch the video and try to like see what some of the lines are. I think the real value is going to be when I go over the replays and talk through some of the things I had to do to like break the board and all that good stuff. But yeah, there's a Shooting Riser, so same combo line. And that's why I really like the the PK engine. Like having it in a small package just lets you play through like more cards. So yeah. There's Savage, effect Banish, summon that back, and then you end on Omega, Savage, Herald, Charles, through basically Nibru. So it's really strong. It's really hard to drop this deck as well because of the Arclight. So they need to commit a normal summon to like do that. And if they do have droplet, they can't droplet enough cards. So that's like really powerful in this instance. So now we're gonna go over some of the replays. The first one, I'm actually gonna show you how to play through Nibru and what happens if you draw the Garnet. So you guys are probably wondering what happens if you draw a Coatwing. And I'm gonna show you like basically how to play through drawing a Garnet as well as playing through Nibru, which is gonna be, I think, pretty sick. So let's see this. So I start off basically by going Red Layer Fireflint, which allows me to make Isolde without my normal summon, which is really important. I search Gearfried here off of the Isolde, and then use the effect to mill 3. And here I summon the Torn Scales. I use the Torn Scales effect to pitch the Coatwing, and I'm going to banish the Cloak to add the boots, then special the boots. And then here he's going to nib me. Or, yeah, he's like, wait 1 second, I have something because that's the 5th summon. So I'm like, okay, sure, you get to nib me. That's fine. So he nibs me, I get a token, and then I'm going to activate boots to get the Shade. Then basically activate Heritage. Heritage is going to search Oliver. Banish, get Phoenix Blade, pitch, make Fiber. Here I make Auroradon. Auroradon's gonna make a token. So like in this line, like I hard drew like the Coatwing, so I can't just do the standard line. So you have to like kind of improvise with the cards you have in your hand, right? So here I get Power Tool access. Power Tool is gonna guarantee the DDR to my hand, and then, or not guarantee, it's kind of random. But then I go Living Fossil, summon back Oliver. I make here a second Power Tool Dragon, and I'm going to use this effect again to search more free cards, because why not? And then I'm going to overlay for Draco Sack, use this effect to make 2 tokens. I get to bring back the Despot. I make the Balmung there. I tribute 1 token to pop the Nibru token with the first effect of Auroradon, because I can't use the second effect because I don't have a Coatwing in the deck, and I'm doing this to make space as well. So I pop his Nibru token, which is really nice because he can just go like Nibru and then attack over my my Herald, and then I'm gonna activate this effect to tribute itself to pop the Balmung, and then I'm gonna summon back the Coatwing with Balmung, and then Coatwing triggers right there. So we use these 2 to make a Shooting Riser Dragon. Shooting Riser sends a 5, so it becomes level 2. 2 plus the 3 Torn Scales makes you Captain Roland. And then you're going to use Captain Roland effect. Then you're going to use these 2 to make a Charles. From there, you're going to use Phoenix Blade effect to get banish those 2. use DDR again to pitch the Phoenix Blade, summon back the Balmung so you can keep looping it, because on resolution Charles triggers because a monster got equipped on the equipped card, and then that lets me trigger Charles to pop the Balmung. Balmung effect triggers again, summon back the Cold Wind effect triggers again, and then yeah. From there, you make a Herald. You're gonna use your Durandal effect to like search a Renaud, um, and then you're gonna summon the Renaud effect. It's gonna have back the DDR. You're gonna make Savage here, and then you're gonna bench for Phoenix Blade again, and then you're gonna summon back Captain Roland, and then make Omega. So through Nibiru, we ended on 4 interruptions again, with follow up from Gearfried, follow up from Captain Roland to search your Renaud, and the Shade Brigandine. So I'm feeling pretty good here, and this is like an example of how to like play through the nib. So this is like that combo line in practice, and now we're gonna go into the next replay. So this is how like I basically played through like a pseudo Gamma and then a Joel and Lockbird. So basically trying to showcase like why Joel was like really bad into this deck. He kind of had to like orange light the connector too, because if not, then I just rip like the orange light. So I kind of force it out there, which is really powerful. Durandal effects are just Oliver, and then from there I get Drolled, and then we're gonna show you why Joel is like doesn't really do much against this deck. So I mill 2, or sorry, I mill 3. I summon the Dolphin, and then I play around Nibiru too, because I haven't checked its hand yet. So I'm gonna show you how I play around Droll, Orange Light, and Nibiru. So what I do here is I banish 2 to add back Phoenix Blade. I then use the Durandal to equip to the Dolphin, and before I summon Gearfried. So when Gearfried summons resolves, it becomes the 5th summon, and that's really important because that means I can send Durandal to the graveyard to just negate Nib. So I'm going to activate that effect, banish Durandal, summon Gearfried. Because I have an equip card on the field, he cannot nib me. And then I'm going to use Dolphin effect to pitch the Phoenix Blade to the graveyard. I check his hand. I rip out Zeta. It's also really important you summon Gearfried before you check for Dolphin, because I know I'm playing against Dytron. So like most of their monsters are above 2k attack. So if I were to Dolphin early, then I can't rip the Zeta out of his hand. So this played around Nib and ensured that when I do use Dolphin's effect, I guarantee a rip. From here, it's just going to be a standard combo. You might realize I don't have enough to add back Phoenix Blade Black from the graveyard. However, if you get creative enough, what you can do is use Oliver effect. So because after you check his hand and realize he doesn't have a hand trap, you can use Oliver effect to send the Durandal on the field to the graveyard and then extend your play. And that's full combo, and that should be pretty much game. You make basically enough negates so that even whatever he draws, like he just cannot win. Next, we're going to show you how to play going second into like a board. And this is gonna be pretty cool. So this is pretty much we're gonna have to beat basically Battle Butler plus Call by the Grave. So let's see exactly how we do that. He's basically gonna do and resolve the entire prank kit loop here. He opened really well, Call by the Grave and Triple Tactics Talent. I played around Nibiru as well. But anyways, we start off with Ogier. So the reason why we go Heritage the Chalice into Ogier as our first line of action is mainly because we want to dump Gearfried into the graveyard. The earlier we get Gearfried into the graveyard and add it back is important, because the Gearfried basically guarantees that you play through 1 Butler interaction. So that's the main reason why you want to get Ogier on the field, dump the Gearfried, add the Gearfried back, and having Gearfried on the field allows you to like beat 1 interaction of the Battle Butler. So that was the logic there. So I summon effect, and I'm going to send Gearfried as I said. I'm then going to special summon Renaud to try to attempt to add it back. He's then going to Call by Grave, which honestly did kind of hurt, because now like it's gonna be really hard to like force out that Battle Butler. He's not gonna Battle Butler me, go through all these entire chain links and use his first Butler. Then to play through the rest of the board, we're gonna activate Living Fossil. Living Fossil effect will allow us to summon back the Renaud, and then I'm gonna activate Fireflint Lady to special self. I'm then gonna make Isolde and use his effect to add. I needed an extra card off of for DDR, so I added Torn Skills. From here, I'm going to use Ogier to equip to his Isolde to basically bait out his Butler, but he decided not to Butler here. If he did Butler here, I still can make a second Isolde and win the game. So in both situations, I think like he had to like let it go, mainly because I had Durandal and DDR to extend past the Isolde getting Butlered, actually. And that's why you also wanted to get Ogier early, because Ogier is a card that forces out Butler because it equipped to like Isolde, and basically make it so that you have to like Butler this, or else I equip Ogier to it and now it cannot be Butlered. So I mill 3 here, and I summon actually Silent Boots. The main reason you summon Silent Boots here is mainly for the fact that it gives you a Shade Brigandine, so that Like right here, I'm gonna show you what I mean. So I'm gonna try to force out his Battle Butler. So I summon back Gearfried, and then at this point, like if he butlers here, like I keep my Isolde and I just go Durandal effect, search Oliver, and I just go Phoenix Blade effect, banish 2, Oliver, summon, and I just full combo him. So, but he decided not to. He was kind of waiting it for the fiber, but I made Appaloosa here immediately, and that allows me to just beat the Battle Butler, and then I use Silent Boost effect to search the Shade Brigadine, and then now I can go effect, Phoenix Blade, Durandal, get Oliver, Oliver, pitch Phoenix Blade, summon the Shade, and then I'm gonna full combo under the fiber and just beat his board. I'll show you exactly how I do it. This was still risky, you know, like I have to play through the entire board. So I go for Auroradon. Despot triggers. I'm gonna overlay for Power Tool. Power Tool Dragon. The issue with Power Tool Dragon is I actually couldn't search because all my equip cards are in the graveyard. So I couldn't go for the Power Tool line and like try to search with like Power Tool, because if you count, I counted my graveyard. I don't want to like make an illegal activation of Power Tool if I don't need to. All I had to do is I memorized my deck list, and I know that I play 3 DDR, 3 Durandal, 1 Fossil, 1 Phoenix. So I only had 2 equips left in the deck. So, but I still needed to make Power Tool Dragon to make space. But so that's why I didn't activate Power Tool Dragon there, if you were wondering. I then use Cold Wing effect to tribute 2 tokens to try and banish the Butler, because I can't out the Butler otherwise. So in that instance, I did that line right here to like basically force it out. He's gonna chain it, and I'm gonna chain Appaloosa to negate. And then from here, I go straight into battle phase. And the main reason I do this is because you need to clear every Pranked monster, or else their follow-up is way too broken. So like, it means like if you don't clear a single Pranked, then you just lose on the grind. Because they just start off their turn with like Meow Meow, and then he has place to like chain block the Appaloosa. So I go to battle phase, I clear all of his Pranked monsters, and then main phase 2. Cold Wing is a level 7 because of the token. You get to make Omega here, and the reason why you make Omega over Savage here is because he can basically chain block with Pranked's place. So like, I rather Omega rip the last card out of his hand and put him on top decking a Pranked. If you realize he summoned 3 off of Pandemonium, like I realized that when I was checking, like if you check his graveyard, you see that his Pranked count is relatively low, mainly because like he summoned 3 from the deck. So I'm gonna Omega here, rip the last card, put him on top deck, and then just basically pass. He rips Roxy's, but Roxy's cannot be used when you have no cards in your hand. So he passes back to me. I rip a DDR for turn. I summon back my Omega, and then here we calculate game. We go DDR effect, summon back the Isolde from the Banish Pile. We'll use Isolde's effect to mill 1, summon Renaud. Renaud effect, add back another DDR from the graveyard. Phoenix Blade effect again. And then we're going to DDR effect, summon back Oliver. We're going to use Oliver plus level 3 token that was left over, and then the Renaud to become a Savage Dragon. And if you count, this is actually 10,050 damage. So you have 1,600, that's 32. 32 plus 28 is 6,000. And then the Savage Dragon is 4,050 attack because it gains half the attack of 2,100 from Auroradon. So we were able to kill Pranked even though it had 10,000 life points. Even though they had 10,000 life points. So that was basically much us going second into a board. And now we're going to show the last one, which is basically kind of like showing why Joel is like not really great against this deck. So I opened kind of like subpar where I had to like use the Randall to search Fireflint to like play, but this is fine. I get Jolt here, so I don't get to search off my cloak, and I don't get any more searches for this for the turn, but you'll clearly see why it won't matter. So I'm going to attack this, rip the last Ash out of his hand, special summon this, make Isolde, Isolde effect, mill 3, Dolphin. I'm going to rip the last card out of his hand to check what else he has. And, oh wait, the reason why I don't do this is because this is game 3. So this is wait, is this game 3? Oh yeah, this was game 3, so I was like, hold up, I'm just going to wait, and then see basically, like I'm just going to, I know he's playing Ignister, so I'm just going to wait towards the end of the combo, make a Auroradon, and I'm just going to try to like full combo him even through Joel. So I use Phoenix Blade effect here, and then I'm going to link and make Synchro and make the Shooting Riser, use Dolphin to rip the card now, and then use Tribute 2, summon Colt Wing. So this is like basically the kind of like the combo before. You make Balmong, make Charles, make Roland, effect, equip to Balmong, effect, pop Balmong, effect, make Colt Wing effect, make summon back 2 tokens, Despot triggers, make Arclight, banish the Captain Roland, add back the Phoenix Blade, DDR back the Captain Roland, and then you make Savage. So you have 2 negates for 2 cards in hand and a pop for the last card. So you basically win the game. You know exactly what his 2 cards are because of Dolphin, and so 3 interactions through basically Droll. Not too shabby. But if you guys are interested in the deck list, comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll put out a IRL deck profile. I'm waiting on a single card right now before I put this deck up. But yeah, guys, drop by in the Twitch, my Twitch link, and Twitch in the comment section below or in the description box below, because I do a lot of like the testing and I do a lot of like deck leaks early on Twitch. So if you guys want to go support me on there, definitely go check down the description box below. And if you like the combo video, my thought process playing through interruption, my thought process going first, going second, how to play through hand traps, and then leave a like. And yeah, guys, I hope you guys are enjoying the Infernoble content. I think this deck is very sick. I've been liking this deck a lot. I've been playing it on ladder, on DB quite a bit. And I highly encourage you guys to pick it up and give it a shot. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace, YouTube.